I read an item yesterday. This is one of these study finds, the press releases, study finds, that 3/4 of Americans are still looking for good service, that they can't find good service.
Well,
do you believe that people can't find good service these days? And I've been to many restaurants where I think the service has been great. This extends to other areas where it's a service-oriented industry or job. But I thought we'd go to phones and ask you, our MJ Morning Show listeners, do you find good service, and where do you find good service? Or have you been shocked at the lack of good service to the point where the service just sucks? Just terrible service.
I mean, is this restaurant exclusive?
No, it's not. That's what I said. It's extended to like the entire service industry. Anywhere where you would expect to have some type of service. Do you agree with some of the stats that many people are saying that they're getting 1-star service? They can't give 5 stars. They can't give 4 stars. They can't even give 3 or 2 stars. People are saying in droves that everything's like 1-star service these days. So the question is, you, the MJ Morning Show listener, do you agree or disagree? Fire up the phone. Let's go. 800-990-1047. Grab a couple of calls here. Just want to see what our listeners think. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Do you agree or disagree that there's no good service anywhere? If you'd like to dispute this and let us know where you have good service, or maybe you want to mention, where you have had lousy service or no service at all. I don't want to turn this into a bitch fest. I'm just trying to confirm whether this is true, that the overwhelming majority of people think that service is just awful and non-existent these days.
I got a story for you. So I this is however many months ago, went to get a mammogram, and I'm standing in line to give my paperwork, insurance, et cetera. And, it's kind of like a nerve-wracking situation. You don't want to get your boobs mashed like pancakes. You don't want to know if there's anything lurking in there. It's just you're kind of stressed out, right?
Yep.
So just to ease my own angst, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I kind of made like a self-deprecating joke or something to the woman who was taking my paperwork. And I kid you not, she didn't even look at me. She didn't smile at me.
What was the self-deprecating joke?
I don't know.
Come on.
I mean, it wasn't that funny, but it was obviously just a.
Was it like, hey, can you even find my boobs?
No, it wasn't about. Oh, I know what it was. I know what it was. Okay, this is stupid, but whatever. I was just like my mammogram. Paper prescription that I had with me. It looked like I ran over it with my truck. It was with my car. It was just almost obliterated. And so when I handed it to her, I was like, oh, you probably never saw one in that bad a shape, huh? And I just made some comment like that. She didn't even look at me, didn't smile, didn't and that's fine. It wasn't that funny. I didn't want her to go, you're hysterical. I just was trying to engage with her.
Yeah, lighten the mood.
Yes, lighten the mood. Thank you.
You should have gone mammogram for Mongo. Mammogram for Mongo. Little Blazing Saddles reference.
I don't know. I haven't seen that movie either.
You've never seen Blazing Saddles?
No, but the words you're saying sound funny. And
well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Sort of what we try to do.
That's actually going to be on his tombstone.
The words I say were funny.
So she didn't even there was no humanity there. Then I went and had my mammogram, and the woman who gave it to me was awesome. So they give you a customer service thing to give feedback. And I said to myself, I'm never going to say anything bad about this reception person, because the big companies, they don't care. They want the service to be bad, so then robots can take over, and you don't even miss the humans.
All right.
It's true.
All right, let me go to phones. Every line is jammed up here. The overwhelming number of people in this survey that I saw say that service is dead. They can't get good service anywhere. Agree or disagree? Forrest is up first. Run, Forrest, run.
Hey, Forrest.
Call, Forrest, call. Forrest in Winter Haven. Hey, Forrest, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, appreciate it. Thank you.
Got a
Thank you.
question for you. Do you think life is like a box of
You
chocolate?
know what?
You know,
Hang up now,
I was
Forrest.
running.
I like to.
You know, every day I hear a joke from Forrest Gump. So it's,
Yeah,
I got one
part
for
of
you. Hey, can you see yourself through the trees?
All right.
Yeah, that one
What?
too.
It's
That
the
one
worst
too.
one.
Usually.
It's the
All right.
worst one.
So,
Roxanne makes
Forrest,
the worst Forrest Gump
Forrest,
joke.
we apologize. All right, go ahead, Forrest.
No, it's fine. It's all good. I was just gonna say I've definitely noticed a drop off, and it seems to me, and maybe I'm full of these crazy theories. I don't know. It seems to me something happened after COVID. That before COVID, I don't know. The service seemed like it was there, like it was what we were used to. And then I don't know if people got out of the habit of it or if the people actually working in the service industry kind of had a shakeup. But it seemed like afterward, things started to go downhill a little bit. Maybe that's just me, but it seems like there's kind of a BC, PC, before COVID, post-COVID service.
You know,
Yeah,
Forrest,
that's a great-
I think that's a very intelligent comment, and I think it's a great observation. COVID absolutely changed us, and it's certainly screwed with the younger generation, Gen Z. You know, like, for instance, Chloe. I got to call Chloe in a minute regarding the security at the LSAT, which is unbelievable. But I know that, like, Chloe didn't have a graduation. She was class of 2020. Didn't have, listen, Forrest, I think that's a great observation. Thank you, buddy.
We thought Jenny had COVID, but she had AIDS.
It wasn't COVID.
we just
Jenny had AIDS. It's true.
That
All
was
right.
a plot line.
It's true. Yeah,
I
Jenny
know,
had
I know.
AIDS.
All right.
I miss my Jenny.
Chris and Sefner. Hello, Chris.
I told her to wear a mask.
How's it going?
Hey, Chris. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hi there. I think overall there's been a overall decline in customer service, but like the guy said, there's just a overall what's it called? I can't think. I'm sorry.
Yeah, neither can we.
This guy's actually like Forrest.
Literal Forrest calls in.
So, a drop off in customer service?
Just like an overall decline in the country. I don't know. Everybody doesn't feel as happy as they
So
did.
you think people just don't
Politics,
care? You
COVID.
think there's a lethargy or there's just a lackadaisical, like just a don't give an F attitude? Is that it?
Yes, like a demoralized country kind of thing.
Okay, I can see that. And then, don't forget about practice makes perfect. And everybody forgot how to smile when they were wearing their masks, took those off. And oof.
All right, another Chris. Hi, Chris. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Crazy.
Chris, too. Go ahead.
So it's definitely declined. But my thing is, you go to restaurants. Most of the restaurants I've been to lately have put the tip in already in your bill, so they don't have to give you the service.
Yeah, that sucks. I hate that.
Work for a tip.
Yeah.
You had good service, you got a good tip. Bad service, you got a bad tip.
Well, it's the expectation also. Yeah, the expectation that, you're going to tip. And then, of course, we all know, we've talked about this 1,000 times on the show, the whole tipping culture out of control, that places where you never tipped, you go to pick up some fast food and they flip around the tip screen all of a sudden. And it's like the whole...
I had a restaurant actually call the cops on me because I refused to pay the bill with the tip in it because the service was that bad.
Whoa. You had a restaurant call the police because you wouldn't pay the built-in tip?
100%. The joke was on them, though, because I worked in the emergency department and I knew all the cops that showed up.
Ha-ha. You
I
fooled
refused-
them.
I told them I'd pay my bill, but you're taking the tip out. And they called the cops and told them I refused to pay the bill.
Oh, my God. When did this happen?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Holy, where was this?
Fort Myers.
In Fort Myers.
We had a Japanese restaurant in Fort Myers.
And they called the police because that's not theft of service. You paid for all the food, and they
Well, that's what I said.
They tried to hit you up on like a theft of service because that's what the call would be. And of course, it's
I
not.
said I was refusing to pay the bill. They blocked the door and wouldn't let me leave.
Hold on, that's false imprisonment. They're actually they're in trouble.
I know.
Did you press charges against them?
No, I didn't. I could have.
Oh, you no live here, Chris. You pay bill, you pay tip right now. You no live. You eco police. You be here.
Chris is back again.
Let me get my brother
hold
here.
on. No, that's like Japanese samurai guy. He's at a Chinese restaurant.
I could be
He
here.
said Japanese restaurant.
Oh,
You're
oh,
Japanese.
it was
Yes.
Japanese. Oh, okay. All right.
My samurai wielding brother.
Froggy is right. I'm sorry. All right, Chris, thanks for the call.
You not come here no more.
All right. Robin next on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Robin.
Hey, good morning. I was calling because I do agree. Customer service is awful everywhere. And even if you do get a customer service representative, you can't understand them, okay, because they're all outsourced. But I called to say
Who are you talking about?
not to promote my own business, but yay, I have a business, and it's a personal service.
Hold on, your phone dropped. What kind of business do you have?
It's growing by leaps and bounds.
Okay.
It's incredible how, because people want personal service. That's why I'm growing. They're crying for it, especially people in my age range, which is 50-ish to 60-something-ish.
Yep.
Okay, right in that area. They want it. They love it. They need it. And like I said, that's what I wanted to chime in on. Thanks for letting
Thank
me
you.
talk.
Absolutely, Robin.
So they love it, huh, Robin?
Have a great weekend. Gabby in Seminole. Gabby, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how are you guys?
We're fine. So anyone that's tuning in now, I had a survey, and most people, like 75%, say that service is dead and they can't get good service anywhere. And I thought I'd put it to the listener. Gabby, you're up. Go ahead.
Hi, so I was a server and bartender for years. I don't know exactly if service is dead, but I will note that I worked with lots of, young people right out of high school, and around COVID, working with those young people was exhausting. They didn't care. They get upset when they get crap service and got a crap tip, and it just never made sense to me. I don't know. It was like the social aspect was not there with them. I don't know. Like, no work ethic. It was insane.
Well, that's what people are saying in this survey. Thank you. Let me grab Richard in Clearwater. Richard, MJ Morning Show. Service, is it dead or alive?
It's dead. MJ, I've been in the restaurant business basically all my life. I started at Pizza Hut, and I'm 62 years old, and I've trained people all along the way. And I believe the problem is in training. I believe they just put people in a job and they don't train them. And you got to care when you wait on people.
You know what? Part of the problem, I'll tell you, and you just jarred my memory, because someone had said post-COVID, you had so many people quitting jobs and you had so many job openings. Remember, people walked away from jobs and places couldn't find staff? Remember you had like McDonald's and Popeyes that were putting signs on the window saying $500 signing bonus if you take a job here.
Exactly. And, you go get a to-go order, and these people, especially the young kids, they just, put it in the bag, and they expect you to tip them.
Yeah, that's insane. Richard, good call. Thank you, buddy. Let me grab Susan in Lakewood. Susan, hi. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi. I would have to say that the service industry is on its last legs as far as service. I'd say there's a couple exceptions, being Chick-fil-A and Publix, but I would say in restaurants, they want to give you 1-star service for a 5-star price.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Hey, Andrew, let me just finish with the last 4 callers, then I got to move on. All right, phones have exploded. Whenever I dump a line, it fills back up. So I'm just going to end it. I got maybe 4 more calls quickly here. Travis in Hudson. Travis, MJ Morning Show, you're up. Hi.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Yeah, I kind of going to piggytail a little bit on what Dave said just now, but I think it's the younger generation, too, I've noticed. And I'm not that much older. I'm only 37, but I've noticed that the younger kids, they're on autopilot. And, I when I go to places, I talk to the people, I socialize, I try to make people laugh, and it's just like zombies, man. They're on autopilot. And I think they're afraid to talk on phones, too. You guys talked about that on the radio once.
Yeah, it's a whole texting generation. They want to text everything, and like interpersonal verbal communications have, gone, virtually extinct with some of these kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to scare them when I talk and I make jokes, and it's just like they don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle it.
Yeah. Travis, thanks for the call. Have a great weekend, buddy.
Yeah, if it's not a meme, it's like you can't understand it.
Jeff in Sarasota. Jeff, MJ Morning Show, you're up.
MJ, I'm a follower since got KLOS and my time in West Hollywood. I just want to say I moved here 25 years ago from West Hollywood, Santa Monica.
Okay.
And that is the only thing I have a problem with this state. And I've been saying it since I've got here. You grow up in Beverly Hills and LA, you know what service is. It's just different. You come here, you go over to the dessert room upstairs, and even Burns doesn't give you the quality it gave 10 years ago.
I'll dispute that a bit. I mean, I've been at Burns twice in the last couple of months, and I thought service was spectacular downstairs, and I thought our dessert room experience was great upstairs as well. So maybe you had some isolated issue, but I can speak twice in the last couple of months I was there, and it was great up and down.
I know it just seems that's just one example, but I'm seeing a lot of service issues here in Florida in the last 20. It wasn't that bad when I moved here, but it is now.
Hey, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Let me grab two more. Ed in Largo. Ed, MJ Morning Show, you're up.
Hello, good morning. I love your show.
Thank you, Ed.
I just want to have a pitch about my experiences with trying to deal with medical companies and offices, and everybody either puts you on hold for 30 minutes or tell you they're going to call you back and right away, and they never call you back.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Ed.
Well, I'm just saying it, and it's other business. I'm not just picking on medical field, but places I call to try to get something done or want somebody to call me back, tell me something. They never call back.
Yeah, don't you love it, though? You're on hold, you're waiting and waiting. You're 12, 15, 18 minutes on hold, and then they pick up the phone, and then it disconnects. Have you had that happen to you?
Oh, lots of times.
Yeah, that's the worst.
30 minutes waiting for somebody to come back, and then they say, "Oh, it's our lunch time now." Thank you. Click.
Oh, God. Ed, thanks for the call. All right, last one. Let's go to Brandon and Anthony in Brandon. Hello, Anthony. MJ Morning Show. Final say. A survey says that people think that service is totally dead. Agree or disagree?
100%, and I love going last because I get to tell everybody the reason why this is happening. Former executive chef, former front of house manager for almost 2 decades, so I know how it's supposed to be. And obviously the primary places we're talking about this happening is your bars and restaurants, correct?
Yep.
Here's why it's happening. Number one, the guilt tipping is out of control. We talk about that ad nauseum. We don't need to cover that again.
Yep.
But what I've noticed, and by the way, my friends and family won't go out to eat with me anymore.
I like turtles.
What I've noticed is that people leave a tip no matter how bad the service is.
I like turtles.
Whatever whatever happened to stiff them? No, I'm not mean. If you don't send a message, this will continue. So, MJ, you've got the reach. I propose we start an anti-guilt tipping revolution, and if you get bad service, for God's sake, send a message and stiff them. If we all get on board with this, maybe we can turn this thing around.
We could call it "Show Them Your Stiffy."
Something.
I like turtles.
When I go out, hey, we start at 15%, and it can go up and down from there. But if I get outstanding service, I'll leave an obscene tip too.
What was the story? We hold on a minute. Wait a sec. We had a story recently where there was some place that was on the screen. It was like super tip, and it had like 35 and 40%. Some local place now has a screen, and it has like 18, 20, 22, 25, and then it has super tip. Leave 35 or 40% tip. That's another local thing.
I'm not a bit surprised. Now, I did leave a 50% tip a couple of weeks ago, but I'm telling you, when I get service that I expect, because I know how it's supposed to be, I compliment the server, and I will leave it. I left her 50%. That's 50. But if you suck, we can go down to 0, and you're going to get a note, and I'm going to tell you why.
Anthony, anything else you want to say before you go?
Of course, there's one more thing I want to say. I like turtles.
Goodbye. See you later.
How do you catch him? I never.
That was a good ear.
I know his voice. That's why I was playing.
I like turtles.
It's the I Like Turtles guy. He's been calling us for 20 years. Since that kid was on TV back in 2005 saying,
I like turtles.
Yeah, that was that was the first meme ever, I think, on the internet. The I Love Turtles guy.